Bank of America Stadium. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Seattle Seahawks and the Carolina Panthers.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now a run with McCaffrey. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. So opening drive, 3 straight runs, unable to pick up the 1st.
I know the fans want to see 1st downs, but guess what? The coaches have reasons for what they're doing. Sometimes they've scripted it, and some of these runs, while they haven't been successful now, they may be successful later on.
Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
Now Wilson back into his end zone. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
Carlos Dunlap, the defensive end, the one to bring him down. On 2nd and 7, Jackson.
3-yard line.
That is caught at the 7. Touchdown, Carolina. And all the pressure that goes on in these playoffs, but the first score here in the divisional round always very key.
Pardon me, this team handled it like it was a regular season game, that they were confident in what they were doing, came right out and established themselves early.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Yetur Gross-Matos there to bring him down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Going, and that's caught inside the 30.
They are not ready.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. DK Metcalf, 62 yards. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will make it into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
49-yard line.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now it's Jackson. Rolling to his right. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Jordan Reed was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
The throw over the middle taken in. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
Let's make these babies cry on the way back home. Mike's 49. Mike's 49.
He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. He was trying to go back to more there. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, if they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Kill, 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 kill. He's crashing.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. McCaffrey on the toss right. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
The tackle made
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
now 3rd and 4.
He can run for it, and he will. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. They'll buy some time right. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and that'll bring up second down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And it's third down.
From the gun on third down, Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback. Yep.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. To throw again, Jackson. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. The Panthers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Jackson from the shotgun. That's into the hands of Gafford, complete. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now left side on the swing pass. That catch good for only a couple.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The intended receiver there, Ian Thomas, and it's 3rd down.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Partner, that's another short run there, and I think the easy thing is to look at him right now and say, let's get away from him entirely. Let's start throwing the football, but I don't think you ever entirely abandon the run. It helps set a tone for the game for you, keeps your offensive linemen feeling good about themselves, and actually tamps down a defense's pressure because if you just throw it all the time, it's going to tee off with the pass rush.
Makes the score
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now a throw here on second down, and that's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
First down, Seattle.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick. But instead it falls down incomplete.
Brings up second and 10.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on second and 10. Throwing again. Wilson being chased out left. And now he'll let this one go deep. Back over the middle. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. To throw again is Wilson. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Brian Burns. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's second and 18. Wilson's throw caught by Metcalf. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 30. That one goes for 24 yards. So from Panther territory now, it's first and 10 at the 30-yard line. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
8-yard line.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks are now just an extra point away from moving out in front. And this puts them on top by a penny. It's 14-13.
Seahawks 14. Panthers 13. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, 75 yards. And the Panthers are going to jump back in front. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Wilson, the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And to give this time to the tailback. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
Now the 2nd down throw on target. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. He goes right back to Metcalf, this time complete.
Wilson's pass.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver, that makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Complete.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts
A gain of 13
as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Throwing again here, Wilson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That catch good for only a couple.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over it, and they got there to break that one up.
Left side here, taken in by Metcalf. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
3rd down.
Wilson will throw again. Flushed out right. Strong coverage by Carolina. And on we go to 4th down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the 2nd half.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. He's going to take another shot here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, a trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Trey Boston. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
His throw caught right around the 6. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Called out a very strong gain of 24.
6-yard line.
Here's Jackson to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down. 3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
And his kick here is good. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that's incomplete.
You know they wanted, you know they expected. They needed him to be sharp coming out after the half. Unfortunately, he's missed his first 3 throws. I wonder if he got out late and missed his warm-up time.
The whole team did come out a little bit later than usual. I don't know, maybe there's something to that.
Must have been a heck of a halftime speech.
Yeah, maybe just trying to rally the troops back from this deficit. 2nd and 10 now, Wilson. And his pass incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Brian Burns able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
And it's 3 and out.
Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And it's fielded at the 34. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. They'll run with McCaffrey. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 10.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
The 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
You got 3 down. Motion, watch in.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
And he'll go down at the 28. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
To throw again is Jackson. Looking for the end zone. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
2nd and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup.
Check. Check.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A great effort there. Taking it in. And the Panthers add on to their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
It's gonna take it. No hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'm gonna go out 1 foot.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
And it brings up third down.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. He's got the first down. Boy, he was dynamite in the wild card game last week. He hasn't disappointed in this game either. From the gun, Wilson eluding the pressure right. And this is incomplete.
Wilson on the keeper. Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at about the 31. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Back to the air, Wilson after the pick 6. Looking downfield for Jones. And now here is another interception. Jeremy Chinn picks it off. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been in the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
On the pickup, it's 2nd and 8.
From the 31, Jackson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 11.
So they get the takeaway, but that's just step one. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still three-score game, though, fourth quarter. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A really good pickup of 28 yards. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 38. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
A gain of 2.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Jackson. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 16 yards, a first down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down if they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up. That'd be the time to do it.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. The tackle there by Quandre Diggs. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get 2 or 3 out of that one, as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll try to run this one in, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They knew this would be tough on the road, divisional round, and that has certainly been the case with the deficit they face in this fourth quarter.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now Wilson back to the air on second down. And now here is another interception. Dante Jackson picks it, and he's able to get it back to right around the 27. The number 7 usually lucky here, not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001 to throw 7 picks.
35, the ball carrier.
He was brought down by Eric Wilson.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And down inside the 15 he goes. 11 yards there, first down. Jackson going to throw quickly here, complete. And the Panthers are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Panthers, first down.
And they have secured a spot in the conference championship, and now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Panthers are winners here as we say so long from Charlotte.